Do what? Oh, I was like, what? Alright.
Lead on.
Yeah, fuck college football today.
It is no trouble.
I lost. I'm 0-2 on the season.
The
In a
mama
game I
bear.
should not have lost, but they came back from down by 24.
Congratulations. You made it all the way here. This is it. Your precious wardstone. Well, what are you planning to do now, hmm? I could kill you where you
I feel like
stand.
this is the actual
But
end of the
wouldn't it be
prologue.
nice if you could die in battle like heroes? No. I want you to die in despair, scrabbling around like rats in the blighted ruins of your city, blind and broken, your flesh scabbed and seeping, and every moment knowing precisely what was done to you.
Sounds terrifying. Except that's how we've been living for generations.
There isn't a soul that can resist the temptations of the abyss. Even a stone can be turned. I'm not joking. Your precious wardstone, weakened from the injury inflicted by Discari, has almost succumbed to my charms. Soon the whole barrier around the world wound, the gift of your useless goddess, will be a weapon of the abyss. Just a little more, and boom! Every city with one of these eyesores stuck in the middle of it, from Canabras to Nerosian, will turn into smoking craters, and all the mortals into red sludge beneath our hoofs. So you have a choice. Especially you, my pet. Kiss me on my dainty hoof. Pledge your loyalty to Baphomet. And when the world falls, its ruins shall be yours. You've already forgotten me. You mortals have awfully short memories. Even shorter than your little lives. Staunton, sweetums. Don't you want to introduce me to your friends properly? No? Well, I'd better do it myself. I am Minago, Lily-2 and faithful servant of Baphomet, and leader of his armies. The city is mine now. I'm just starting to settle in, get things just how I like them. But once I'm finished, I promise you, the results will be simply to die for.
And it was such a charming little place until you sullied it with your presence. It had such lovely boulevards, quiet and shaded. You took those away from me, and I shan't forgive you for that.
They've done much worse things than spoil the promenades. All the people they've killed.
Yes, of course, you're right. I grieve for the common folk as well.
Well, quite what am I doing to it? Probably the same thing I did to many of your comrades. Sweetly and tenderly persuading it to abandon the mortals and join our side.
Prepare to fight to the death, demon! We won't let that happen.
Hey, no eyes! Didn't you tell us that heaven had turned its back on us and no one would come to our aid? I'm done with this shit!
I would prefer chaotic good, but I've got my limits. Like, in this case, I'm not a fan of demons and so on.
Heinous idols ever again. If they kill me, at least I'll die a decent death.
I'm a fox. I'm not a demon. Hey, no. I'm not a furry. All right, let's get one thing clear. The original Aleph that I got the name from is a fox. Yes, so Kitsune, the picture that you're seeing of Aleph right now, except the original Aleph had brown fur, not white. But I like the white more. Yeah. No, fox.
Yes! Return to our side, friends! Have courage! We will welcome you back. And heaven never abandoned you, no matter what this deceiver told you.
Turncoat, I'll cut out your heart.
We'll see how tough you really are. We let you frighten us once, but it won't happen again.
They choose to stand against me?
Alright. Yeah, I'm never a fan of demons overall in games.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
I mean, you're right, because tieflings are technically demonic of nature. Yeah, so very fun. I'm either A, just out of the prologue, or B, at the very end of the prologue. Like, I'm a pup still. Not even level 3. Yeah, exactly, yeah. And how long it takes to level up in Pathfinder and D&D, yeah. I am very new. Fresh. So mine is a Fey Hunter Druid. Yep. Also, in part, why I'm against the demons. Not necessarily trying to play good, but because they can be borderline seen to fall under the same realm as the Fey, as far as what they're looking to do and accomplish. Rip. There is no way this bitch is not evil. So the chick I'm controlling right now, she's a paladin, so she's got smite. So if she's not evil, this does nothing, and I lose it for 24 hours. It did nothing. Wow, are you kidding me? Oh no, no. I understand fully. I do. For all I know, she's fucking lawful chaotic. Which is... Yeah, exactly.
You won't survive me.
Wow. Fucking serious. She missed her spell. I only did that because that was the only person she was going to be able to reach this turn. Guidance, let's go. There we go. Knock him down. Let's go.
Endure this!
I should not have fucking attacked him. Down. Oh, God.
I'm tired of playing around now. You want to know what
It's
will
what
happen
she
when I'm
just
done with
did.
the ward stone? Here's a little demonstration.
Bitch just AoE'd the fuck out of the whole team. Yeah. That's why I feel like I'm at the end of the prologue. You're here.
Powerless rage. I love it. Threaten me more.
Yeah, no, by nature, Ikun and D&D games, most characters I play are very much chaotic good. I don't really believe in the whole premise of true good, true evil, except in the case of paladins and people who just want to watch the world burn.
Starting to worry we'd lost you. We couldn't stand up to the demoness. Her spells were too strong. It's all right. We'll handle it somehow. You blacked out, but Staunton and I managed to get you here to the Defender's Heart. It used to be a tavern, but now it's our headquarters. We're gathering our forces here, and we're preparing to strike back.
Right. The party thinks it's a veiled threat. But you're like, no, no, this is very much real. Love it. Cauterize that shit. Hell yeah. Love it. Love it. I love it because at the end of the day, characters are always an extension of the person. You can learn a lot about somebody, about the characters they play. Oh, okay.
Demons have been filling Canabras with their spies and infiltrators for a long time. Unfortunately, I don't have enough people to attack the place right now. At least not blindly. I'd be grateful if you snuck in there and scouted out the situation. But just scouting. Don't be a hero. Bad, but not hopeless. We're constantly getting news, and new sources of resistance keep springing up in the districts where everyone seemed to be dead. The survivors are gathering here. You should see them. Their
Oh
faces,
yeah.
their eyes burning with determination. The city is destroyed, but our resistance is not broken. We will keep fighting.
In reality, it's not how long is the chain. It's how close can you tuck your feet to your chest. Because all you have to do is reach halfway between your wrists and your elbows, and your feet can make the clearance. Now, if you're talking in that sense, yes. But if you're just talking in general, like, hey, can you make the clearance? Period. Like, that's moot.
You heard what the demon said. They're going to desecrate the Ward Stone and blow up the whole barrier around the World Wound. That would be an even worse disaster than the World Wound's expansion before the Second Crusade. Not only Canabras, but every city with a Ward Stone will be destroyed, including the capital. We can't allow that no matter what. We will retake it, even destroy it if we must. Iomede's gift must not become a weapon of the Abyss. The Ward Stones are a gift of Iomade. Created personally by her herald, a mighty angel, and a general of the Celestial armies.
You're not telling
The
me
Ward
anything new,
Stones keep
bitch.
the World Wound from expanding. They stand along the border of the territory controlled by the demons, creating a barrier to keep them inside. The Canabras Obelisk was the first to be placed. It is the key to the whole barrier. First
so
of
how
all,
can
we
I
need to
help you?
decide what to do with the stone once we get it. What I'm about to say is classified. A traveler came to the city recently. A blind elf calling himself the Storyteller. He insisted he be allowed to examine the Ward Stone, and he raised the alarm when his study was finished. Even before the demon attack, he had found some damage or flaw in the
Like
stone.
yourself.
Prelate Hulrune dismissed his words as nonsense, borderline blasphemy. But between you and me, the prelate's opinion isn't worth much. I think the storyteller knew what he was talking about. We could use his advice right now, if only we knew where he was. I remember the storyteller spent a lot of time talking to Staunton, a dwarf from my unit. You saw him during the demon attack. The elf asked him about the history of the Crusades. Maybe the storyteller told Staunton something about where we could find him if anything happened. There's another problem. After the attack, the demons began to gather their forces at the Grey Garrison. It'll be even harder to take them with a head-on assault. But I once heard soldiers talking about a secret entrance to the garrison. Trouble is, I have no idea where to look for it. While you explore the city, please keep your eyes open, in case you find something we can use. one last thing. The Eagle Watch has lost a lot of soldiers
Kira,
recently. Some were killed, but
isn't
others
Baldur's Gate
simply
3
haven't been
or
seen since the
cross-platform?
attack. In the chaos that is now Canabris, it's next to impossible to confirm anything for sure. One of the missing fighters is Janna Aldori.
Bro, it's been out over a year.
She got along well with Sela, and she often went drinking with her. I honestly thought Sela and Janna had died together. But now Sela's returned with you, and there's no sign of Janna.
No, and especially
if
having
you learn anything of her whereabouts when you're out in the city,
a guild like this. Still does not support crossplay. That's lame. Well, that's why I was asking about crossplay, because I'm on PlayStation still. And I was going to say, our group, being able to recruit FC members to do a 4-man is a lot more reliable than recruiting the guys that we all play with on PlayStation. That's, you're correct. I can't afford a PC right now. Yeah, because that's about half to a third of the price of a PC I can upgrade for the next 5 years. And that's just starting at base PC. Not taking into account the upgrades.
May the goddess help you. We're still fighting, which means that Canabris still hasn't fallen. If you come across any groups in the city that can fight, send them here to the Defender's Heart. We'll need every fighter we can muster for the final assault. Yes, one more thing. If you're in the area, check out this address. It's our house. Mine and Inevia's. Well, it was our house. If the building is still standing, open the hidden compartment in the kitchen. It's filled with supplies for a rainy day. You can take whatever you find. You have more need of it.
I would even play Divinity 2 with the full group reliably. But yeah, Baldur's Gate 3 could. That's why you can already tell Kira, or ask Kira. I've made it very, very clear. Anybody I play it with, you're not going to go murder hobo, this, that, and the other. No, you're right. I definitely think you'd enjoy playing with me and Kira more. Kira's joked about Murder Hobo, but I know at the end of the day, like, he's very much about the world building side of things, and we want to get stuff. Like, yeah. And the way I look at it is we vote, but of course you always leave it up to the player and how much they're role playing. But at least if you're going to get into a conversation, inform the rest of the party so they can come and interact with you and at least know what's going on and know what's about to go down based on their decisions. Like I never, if you're truly role playing, I never want to influence your decision, except to the fact of if I was there initially, hey, let's talk about this. But if you had to initiate it and wait for people to come over, then in my opinion, they don't get a say because that's not true role playing. What? No.
The world is full of wonder.
Yo. You're right, because I haven't talked to you since I hope you find that EverQuest video.
It was a damn good video though, and I appreciate you finding it.
Absolutely.
Could not have done it without you.
Anything EverQuest related, I fucking love, and I will absolutely go out of my way for that.
It's just one of those things where it's like, everybody jokes that nothing disappears on the internet, but some things do.
No, it's just how far deep do you gotta dig?
Well, that's a good point. It's just kind of like, most people will only dig for about an hour, and after that, you give up.
It's also understanding how to dig, too, to that point.
Yeah. Yeah. Because at that point, it was just so old that I had no idea where to really look.
And by the way, according to one of my buddies on that note, apparently EverQuest is still releasing expansions to this day for EverQuest 1.
It doesn't surprise me. I want to say maybe 10 or 15 years ago, I tried to download it again, and they had so completely overhauled it
Oh, yeah.
that it wasn't even familiar anymore. Like, the graphics still looked the same, but the gameplay itself was so different, I just immediately backed out. I'm like, nope.
It's because there's so many alternate advancement routes now, and whatever, insert this, that, and the other. Like, because I remember I played Ranger, and they had headshot capabilities. Like when you got everything in a straight line, it was a straight line AOE for X amount of meters, and you had a percent chance to headshot, instantly kill them. And that was the last time I played, but I rolled with it for a while, and I rolled in so many AA points, it was insane. I was like, this is not the Ranger class that I know or remember, but I'm also not complaining. That sounds right. I, that's insane.
in all the coding, like,
They do, and I can tell you because I quit for 15 years, regained my account, and my Ranger was still there.
it's been 21 years since I played.
Yeah. So I'm guaranteeing you, the characters are still there. Oh no, there were, for me, same. There was so much relearning of everything.
Yeah. I had such a difficult time when WoW updated, like the tile tree stats, and I had to relearn how to play that. I can tell you right now, there's no way I'm relearning how to play EverQuest.
The beauty of EverQuest though is at its core, the gameplay is still the same. It's just like if I go into group content with a Ranger, even today, like after having been gone again for so long, like I could still play Ranger in a group. Solo wise, for a lot of classes, is the biggest difference because that's where a lot of the changes have been made because they understand it's not the same level of community that it was before. So a lot more of it does have to be solo focused to keep the players around.
Do they still sell trade zones?
Probably not. Even though it's still a thing, it's probably not. Well, actually, I would say I'm wrong. I would say they probably do because if you're keeping veteran players, they know the courtesy. So I would say yeah. Actually, I would say I'm wrong. I would say they probably still yell it.
I spent, regardless of playing, just outside of Crushbone and the Wood Elf. And so yeah, you either hollered trade zone when you were trying to get out of Crushbone because you got gangs on,
Yep.
or the when orcs in the forest found you and you had to haul ass to the next zone.
Yep.
And the number of times in other games that I have posted, like, claim the zone and then loading, please wait, and nobody gets it.
I'm with you because I was a Wood Elf player myself, so I know those areas very well.
Did you ever do the drunken naked gnome races?
I did not. I've seen them and I've watched them, but I never did them.
I don't think I ever did one as a gnome, but I did get my my character drunk and tried to navigate your telephone more than once, and it's always a hoot. I don't know if you guys know this, but the city we're talking about is like suspended in the trees.
And fall damage is a thing.
Fall damage is 100% a thing, and getting your character drunk means your camera swings from side to side as you move forward. So navigating in a straight line is a bitch.
Such a good time, though.
Also, vision sort of way. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, that was the whole fun part. As far as I can tell, there was no benefit to getting your character drunk in EQ, other than you could build a tolerance to it.
Yep.
That you had skill give you any sort of buff, there was some benefit. It's just the drunker you got, the more distorted your screen and your movements got. The more distorted your actual typed speech got. You could get your character drunk enough that when you typed into chat, people couldn't figure out what the fuck you were saying.
That was the best part. Yeah, I loved it because oh god, I remember we went to a role playing server once, right? Me and my buddies that we played it with at the time. And of course, we were all on TeamSpeak or Ventrilo, whatever the fuck it was back then.
Probably.
So we'd meet up in the same spot, some common area, safe spot, and for the first like 2 hours, all of us would type out a sentence and make the macro for it and spam that shit so we could learn each other's language. Because on role playing server, you could only speak what languages your race could speak. So you had to learn it.
That was how you learned languages. You had to be exposed to it. I had a macro for the Oscar Mayer Wiener song that I would spam for people trying to learn languages.
Yes. Yes. But yeah, so we would do that, and then yeah, of course you learn their language. But yeah, once you got drunk, that all bets were off. Like, you typed A, it would insert X, S, Y, B, whatever.
It was great. Or, because if you were just a little bit tipsy, it would start to slur. It would like extend your S's or it would an SH instead of just an S.
Yep.
So it kind of like gave you a inkling that your text was getting quirky. But then yeah, you got bad enough and your text was completely incomprehensible. And that was where my joke comes from. That if anybody ever says sorry about typos or I don't type well, and I joke back, it's okay, I speak drunk. That's where I get that from, because I used to be pretty good at figuring out what people were saying.
Love it. Absolutely love it.
I speak drunk. So, man, there are some completely useless mechanics from EverQuest that would just make great flavor in other games that nobody really ever kind of carried over.
I would love the languages thing. I would.
It'd be a fun way to learn new language. It would be annoying if they did it in public, of course, but you know, put somebody in their own house and just spam each other to learn a language. Knock yourself out.
Well, just in general, just the different types of servers. Like, yo, throw up role playing servers for Final Fantasy. The Elzen speak Elzen. The Aura speak Aura. Etc. Love it. But that's unfortunately a relic of the past at this point. Due to.
Take that kind of time. That took time.
Yeah.
Even spamming it took time.
Took us 3 hours to completely learn a language, spamming nonstop.
And nobody really wants to have to do that these days.
Nope. It's instant gratification, and what can you do for me right now so that they can push it to the masses? Which, from a business standpoint, I get, but.
And I mean, in general, Final Fantasy is not that big on that sort of thing. Like, you know, they get it.
Yeah, I mean, in general, like.
Instantly, but there's just we've passed that point in MMOs. It's not going to become a thing anymore.
Even just like Kun and I were talking the other night, and I say the other night, it's about a month ago now. But like, just what's missing from MMOs? One of the big things I miss is just crowd control classes. Yeah, you're right. crowd control classes. Fuck you, Kira. Stop over here, over talking me.
I have meat pieces in here, I'm sorry.
They are, all right. They are.
Like, you're not wrong, though. Like, crowd control classes, nobody wants that because you get the glory out of it.
I pray that's the problem though, because you do. Like, enchanters were a highly sought after class in the requests for what they brought to the table.
But these days, you can't quantify into a nice, neat
No, again,
moving table.
yeah, with one everyone instant gratification and trying to pander to the masses. Yeah, they don't get it, they don't understand it. They're just like
Like, I think it would be
damage,
possible
damage,
if there was a
damage.
way to quantify what they did. Like, if it was possible to put it on a table where, tanks obviously take the damage so that other people don't. DPS obviously do the damage, but it's difficult to quantify crowd control in a way that the average player can justify its existence.
I wouldn't even say the average player anymore, because like you hear the whole healer strike from MMOs. Oh, 14, and just using 14 is the best example because that's what we're all playing. Oh, the game's become too easy, this, that, and the other. Well, you want to make it harder? Okay, well, here's a fourth role, crowd control.
Yeah.
You have to not only pull, but you're going to need a class that can control these pulls. Whether it means putting some of them to sleep, and so you have to separate them, or polymorphing them, or insert whatever.
Root, yes. I mean, honestly, before they even get to that point, the fact that they've already got heals crossing over to DPS
Yeah,
is something that they could change if they wanted to make it harder.
like
You
the
know?
the fact that
More
Rangers,
difficult to keep people's health up. Make the heals actually heal and not DPS.
yeah, the fact that Rangers could heal as a quote unquote DPS back in the day, because they were just a utility class. They weren't great DPS. They weren't great buffers. They weren't great healers. They weren't great tanks. But in a pinch, they could do any of those things.
Yeah.
You didn't want to do it long term, but in a pinch, they could do it.
Yeah. And nobody really likes that vagueness anymore.
But yet, they complain about it too, though.
Measurable and by the numbers, and they want to min-max everything.
Welcome back.
Look,
Yeah, I mean, of course, the Rangers' nickname back in the day was the Mana Sponge. Hey, we ain't got a true tank. Ranger, you're up. Healer, cleric, get ready, because we're going to do a pull and you're going to scream the whole way through it.
but I mean, on the other hand, I have a thought. My nuts just, you might expect me to be like a fan of those oddball classes.
Star.
They did dancer and musician dirty. They really did.
I mean, yes and no. For what the game was, that game was about world building at the end of the day.
Oh, it was.
Like,
It was.
as a
And the
dancer and a bard, like your point was like they expected role players to come to their game. So you could make money hand over fist.
is they didn't really do anything to combat the bots.
Yep.
So can't compete against them doing their AFK leveling because they approved recursive macros. And so there was no
Yeah, because that game really was set up like the ultimate roleplay experience. Like you go out, set up
Oh,
your wind turbine farms, and this, that, and the other. You want to be Uncle Owen with your bocce farm, this, that, and the other. Like you could do it, but
yeah.
the
Oh,
problem was they
that was one of the
didn't
first
monitor
games
the
I played.
bots, and then they ultimately killed their game because people didn't figure out how to unlock Jedi fast enough for their liking, which was like
Mhm.
confused as fuck about because like you already said this is supposed to be the ultimate like be all end all class and extremely hard to find how to do it, and then at the end of the day people didn't unlock it, so you dumbed the game down. Why? Like, just let us play how we want to. Eventually somebody might have figured it out. Like, there's enough people out there that they would have. And then,
There were a few people who did.
yeah, like, but we're talking less than half a percent of the population.
Yeah, not enough, but there were a few people who did.
But that
Um,
was okay, because that was the rarity of Jedi.
mhm. I think the big problem with that came because around that same time, the West was also being introduced to like Korean style MMOs.
Lineage 2 started to come out about the same time.
Yeah, they're like they were just super grind heavy as opposed to like take your time and enjoy the world building. Just a very different play style. Nothing negative, but um, people wanted to have like that quantifiable target to grind towards.
See, I
And I
know,
think that it just didn't sit well with the Star Wars Galaxy style of gameplay.
I know at the time when Star Wars Galaxies came out, me and one of my buddies were very much MMO hoppers. I'm sure that surprises you, Kira. Um, we played everything like Anarchy Online. We dropped to
Mhm.
Horizon Legends of Hysteria.
Mhm.
Some Middle Eastern game, which was like very straightforward, but like you played a different martial arts based on which faction you
Rift.
picked. Do what?
Rift.
I played Rift. Um,
Okay.
Definitely got into Rift a lot. That was Guild Wars before Guild Wars. And yes, very pay to
Yep.
win.
Played Guild Wars too.
Played Guild Wars 2, ESO, um,
Mhm.
fuck, what was it? Something Camelot.
Oh shit! What's the one that nobody else ever did?
I gotta Google this
It
now.
was based in London. It involved like these teleporters.
Oh, no, 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 no. That wasn't even an MMO. That was Diablo style, but that was the first
It
like
was multiplayer online,
it
but
was,
it
but
was an MMO.
no. Well, okay. De- Depends how you define MMO. Um,
Remind me what it was called though.
because I played that and I loved the shit out of it.
So I didn't stick with it for very long because I had a hard time figuring out how to communicate with other people, and that made it not fun for me.
No, because I loved the shit out of that game. And then the Hellgate London.
Hellgate London, that's the
Yes,
one.
I that was more Diablo style, not MMO. Because, and I say that because you went
Okay,
into a game with 4 players only, much like you do in a
okay.
Diablo game.
That may have been why I didn't enjoy it. I might have been playing it wrong.
Yeah,
And then there was also wasn't there also like not a Warhammer? Jesus Christ, what am I
there
thinking?
was a Warhammer MMO
I
shortly
thought
after World of
no, I'm thinking
Warcraft.
of I'm thinking of something that was more fantasy-ish.
The Warhammer MMO was fantasy.
Oh, with like elves and shit.
Yes, they went with their old
Um,
school Warhammer versus Warhammer 40K for the MMO.
okay, if that's the one I'm thinking of, I fucking loved PvP.
That was the big push in that game, so I'm willing to bet that's what you're thinking of because they were talking about
Yeah, I don't think
sieges and huge scale PvP warfare in that game, much like you would get in Warhammer.
it was that one, and I think Rift like PvP it a lot. I don't normally like.
I think I think my favorite like just out of the blue MMO that we played was Horizons Legends of Mysteria because that was the first one that let you play as a true dragon. And the way you powered up your dragon was so normal MMOs, we collect our loot and we sell it on the market board, right? But what do dragons do? They collect their loot and they fucking hoard it. So as a dragon to get more powerful, you had to hoard all your loot. The bigger your hoard got, the bigger your dragon got, and the more powerful you got. Now, of course, there were other classes and races you could play, but the dragon specifically, that's how it worked, which is very cool. Yeah, there was a lot of good, promising ones out there that unfortunately never made it. But now we're in a world of where MMOs are part of the masses, and that's where you get 14 and everything else. 14 is actually the last of a dying breed, meaning the monthly subscription model,
Yeah.
and it's the closest tieback we're gonna get to the old school MMOs because everybody else has gotten rid of that, and it's more about the microtransactions at this point.
I tell you what fascinates me about the traditional MMO subscription model.
What's up?
While the game itself may have gone up by like $10 per base game, going up to like 50 to 60 for the base game. We're not counting special editions or any shit like that.
The monthly sub
The
stays the
monthly
same.
subscription has stayed at 15 a month since about 2001. I remember when EQ bumped their subscription from $12.99 to $14.99
Yep.
and the outrage it caused. But the fact that it hasn't changed since then, while everything around us has gone up in value, is kind of incredible. Not kind of incredible, it's kind of amazing.
Back then, 400,000 subscribers a month to your game for 15 bucks a month. Huge. Niche market.
Yeah,
Now, games like WoW, FF14, no longer a niche market. 15 bucks a month across a million subscribers, being friendly, that's a lot of money.
put it that way.
That's a lot of money.
I also think that like in general, given inflation and price gouging everywhere else, that subscription price up.
FF14 did in a way because of vendors or your retainers.
Yeah,
They got me. I'm okay with it. I got no complaints.
yeah. You could get it cheaper, but the 15 is still there.
Yeah, I pay my 26 a month to get all 9 of my retainers. I got no qualms. I don't regret it whatsoever. I do it as a convenience.
Yeah,
And I understand that because I would have to get rid of a lot more. And albeit a lot of that I should and could get rid of, really should get rid of. And Ikun and I have had that talk. But I don't, just in case I need it. So I'm paying for my convenience. And I know that, and I understand that. But yeah, I appreciate them keeping the base sub at 15 throughout all the years. It doesn't need to be more. It really doesn't.
No, it really doesn't. I just think that, like I said, over 20 years, you would have expected somebody to change it. Or try to, at least.
And I would say they would have failed heavily.
And I like that. That's something I think about the community.
To me, you gotta look at it for more than that. Look at streaming services. Hulu, YouTube, Netflix, whatever. They're just now catching up to the 15-month model. This shit's been here for years. People have proven they're willing to pay for it.
Well, sure. But I mean, I used to argue about it with my mom when I was younger, when I was like a young adult.
Yep.
And she'd be like, how can you justify spending $15 a month on this? And I'm like, look, Mom, even if I only spent 5 hours a week playing this game, which we both know is not true. If I spent 5 hours a week over 4 weeks, 15 an hour, what else can I buy for that many hours of entertainment time for $15?
So the best way to equate it is this, and y'all can argue me all you want, but it's fact. What do you do for a job right now? What do they pay you per hour? You've literally said, this is what I am worth per hour. Now it may not be your actual worth, but like for me, and I'm not ashamed to put this out there. I know I'm worth more, but I'm not ashamed to put this out there. I work a job that says I'm $22 an hour. So for me to pay $26 a month for this game, that's barely over an hour of my time that I'm willing to work for. So if I play 1 hour and 15 minutes a month, I'm saying I'm getting my money's worth because I'm willing to work for that and do hard labor for that. So if I put in 80 hours a month, I'm getting my money's worth and then some, a whole lot of then some.
I don't think when I ever justified it to Mom, I ever got like an actual rate of pay.
Yeah.
I would compare it to other entertainment sources, like going to see a movie.
Well, and I mean, same thing.
Buying a ticket to a theme park.
Yeah.
And what? How many hours of entertainment did those things give me?
Same thing.
Not
A movie, you'll pay today's rates, right? Like just for the movie, it's like fucking damn near $20 a ticket, depending on where you live at. For what, 2 hours worth of your time? And then I pay $15 a month, and I get 80 hours out of it that month. 20 for 2 hours. Yeah, 20 for 2 hours or 15 for 80 hours. What am I gonna take? And that's a lot of the boomer generation. What's up, Ekun? Alright. We'll talk to you tomorrow, big dog. Not used to him popping out before me. Somebody else I get to have a conversation with versus him.
Yeah, no, I mean, but this was also like in a time when my mom was concerned that anybody who spent more than an hour on the internet per week was addicted to the internet.
Oh yeah, again, you and I've talked. You're older than me, but we're basically the same age. Like we're same generation. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Like our parents didn't get it, but for us, that's what we grew up on. We were the pre-video game generation, but we were also the video game generation.
Yep.
So we get it. Like for us, we can rationalize it.
I had to she was like, you've got a good point.
Or even even use GTA for an example. Look, I'm good in my real life.
Mm.
I just want to go pick up a prostitute and park in the back alley and then shoot that bitch. But no, I mean, the video games are a good stress relief for our generation.
Yeah,
They are, because it's not real, and we understand that. We've always understood that because we're that cross generation. Everybody in this party is that cross generation. Even though there's a 10-year gap here, but we all are that cross generation.
yeah. It's just, like I said, it didn't take a whole lot to convince Mom. I just had to put it in a perspective that she understood.
Yep.
And granted, in my teenage years, she did still restrict how much time I had to spend on the computer. But she accepted that, if I wanted to spend my time shooting an ugly monster in the face, that was my prerogative.
Which is funny because I've talked to my mom about it, like recently. I'm like, y'all look to limit our time, but yet now you got 6-year-olds that are damn near worth $2 million because of what they can do on a game.
Yep.
I'm like, who,
It's
who
wild.
who's really right here? That's gonna make you fucking lose your eyesight and make you dumb. Sure, but it's gonna make me a lot of money too. But no, I think our generation is the last generation of like the pure gamists. Like we do this for fun and we just want to truly enjoy what the fuck we're doing, no matter what. The generations after us, the current generations, they see it as a means to an end. Hey, I enjoy doing this. I can make money off of it too, though. But they're not gonna ever. I don't know if they know how to continue it just off of enjoyment. Like they're looking at it in a way to make money.
I anticipate there being resurgence. I do.
Oh, there will be, absolutely.
There's gonna be a whole new breadth of games that exist solely for the enjoyment of it. And yeah, sure, people might stream those and they might make some money off of it, but it's not gonna be the purpose of the game. Being released, if you know they're being designed with the intent of I think those are gonna go away eventually.
Survival games are the best example. Like people don't play survival to make money. They play survival to have fun.
Absolutely. Absolutely. My fiance loves survival games.
And I know myself, Kira, Mag, all love survival for very, very different reasons. I would never look at a survival game for money. I play it for the enjoyment of what it brings.
Yeah. It's too it's got the potential to be too slow paced to really be survivable. It's not gonna fly in the Switch.
The only way it flies is have you ever heard of Neebs Gaming?
Say that again?
Have you ever heard of oh, Neebs Gaming?
Hang on. Hey, what's neat gaming? Uh-huh. So my fiance says it's when they play the game and they're acknowledging that they're playing a game, but they're also kind of soft role playing it.
Yes, and they play 100% survival.
But it's not. Yeah, it's not a like a video style that appeals to me, so I've never watched it. But he's tried to tell me about it multiple times.
Right. Yeah, they are very much role players playing survival games.
Okay.
And it's like, take like your closest group of 5 friends, right? And the way you interact like on a daily basis, this, that, and the other, and imagine playing a game together. Like that's what these dudes are. I'm with you there. I've got 3 reliable ones. But yes, I get it. But like that close circle, like playing tight together, but you're all role playing. And when you understand that, like it's so enjoyable.
Well, I'm worried that I'm keeping my fiance awake here since he did just get up, so I am going to go ahead and bounce out of here for tonight.
All right, we'll see you, Near. It was enjoyable to see you again, and always love to talk with you.
Talk to you guys again. Take care. I just have to figure out how to log out again on my phone. I don't know what I'm doing. I swear to God, I can't. There it goes.
There you go. So for you two, that's the girl that trans to a guy. Yeah, just I know I've talked to you extensively about Akira, but or Castro, fuck. Yeah, love talking to Near. Just my age, get a lot of it. Y'all heard it all, obviously. Oh man. At least I paused my conversation into points.
No time for idling.
Where I still